My name's Beth, I'm 21 years old and I'm a forensic science student at Keele University. I've always been to church. I've grown up in a family of Christians. My parents would read me Bible stories before bed and have always encouraged me in my faith. When I was 14, I remember we had like extended worship. It was so powerful, and that was probably the first time that I was really aware of the presence of God. I got very good at experiencing all that and loving all that and being really Christian when I was at church and when I was at youth groups and when I was going away to these camps. And I kind of used that as like, I spent so much time with God this week, that's in the bank for a few months sort of thing. But in reality, I was sort of essentially leading this kind of double life of being really Christian at the Christian things, but not being very close to God outside of that. Things started to kind of go downhill. As far as pretty much everyone was concerned, I was still this happy, good Christian, but inside I started to feel numb and empty, and my mental health just quite rapidly declined, really. When I was 18, I took a gap year. My goal was to raise money to go out to the Africa Mercy. They're a global charity. They have a ship on which is a hospital with fully functional operating theatres, wards, and everyone from the captain to the cleaners volunteers and pays to go and work there. And just prayed and was like, okay, this year's yours, God. It massively strengthened my faith because God did provide above and beyond what I could have possibly expected. It hit me that this is what I should be doing all the time, that instead of making my gap year the time I trust God, that should be a lifelong thing, and that any plan I make, His is better. I didn't feel like I was worth anything, and I didn't feel like I was loved, so it was difficult for me to comprehend God giving everything for me, and so I just kind of distanced myself from God because I couldn't really face that reality. And then that year He was forcing it down my throat to the point that I couldn't ignore it. He sent His son, He sacrificed His only son to die for me, for all the terrible things that I've done and continue doing. And actually that was the point in my life where I was struggling with the awareness of all of the times I messed up, and that's something I still struggle with, is letting go of stupid things I said when I was 8 years old. And God sent Jesus to die in a really horrible way for all of that, so that I can be free. The CU at Keele are really great. I made some really good friends there who were really supportive, who listened to me rant and listened to me cry and listened to me go on and on and on. I've got myself into much better habits of praying and reading the Bible, and when I'm not sure if what's in my head is real, I know that He is. When I can't accept myself, I know that I have a God who couldn't love me more if I was perfect and doesn't love me less because I'm not. I've actually wanted to be baptised for quite a while now. How baptism's always been described to me as an outward expression of an inward change, and that's kind of something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Say, hey guys, I am getting baptised because I've made this decision and this is what I believe. But also I think it's a commitment thing. As I said, I'm a bit of a nomad, and I flip from place to place, and I'm not very good at settling. And being baptised, it's not only kind of showing commitment to actually sticking at a church for once, but it's showing my commitment to my faith and to God, and saying, okay, I've been baptised, and this is the way I intend to stick with going forward.
Now, Lord, I would be yours alone and live so I might see the strength to follow your commands could never come from me. Oh, Father, you